What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here. I just want to give y'all the album review of the South Click called December 31st, 1999. And this is the real deal. I think it is. I think this was another release. They had the whole artwork, booklet, everything. I'm not too sure. I might get deeper on that. But anyway, this was South Click's last album under Hitman Records. All right. Now, y'all should know who South Click is if y'all look at the last review that I did of theirs called The Rebel Slave and Nothing But Drama. I did album reviews of both of theirs. The producers on here is James Hudson, Horace Weathers, and Jeffrey Carmichael. But the features you can see on the front cover: MC Breed, may he rest in peace. Is it Jamocha, Killer Kim, and Donnie Damien. All right, those are all the features. Now let's go with the songs now. The first one is an intro. It's on some hardcore stuff, man. You have to hear it to understand. The next one is called December 31st, 1999. And this is a bumping track. They come through with some nice vocals. It's a nice little beat. Really nice way to start off the album. The next track is called Pain. This is kind of a laid back song here. They're just talking about the struggles and the frustrations that we go through in this thing we call life. You know what I'm saying? If you could relate to that, you would feel this track. I'm gonna go down to Letter from War. This is a really nice track, man. They talking about some real stuff, man. Kind of like, it's almost like a racial type of track. If you hear, you know what I'm talking about. If you remember the song called, it was on Nothing But Drama. I can't remember the name right now. I think it was called something about War 2. This is kind of like a sequel to it. So if you pay attention to the lyrics, you will see what I'm saying. The next one is called Smoke. This is part 2. The first one was on the Rebel Slave album. This track right here is pretty nice as well. The first one was like a slower type song. This one is kind of like a faster tempo. Both of the songs I think are pretty good. This song goes hard. There's a female rapping on here. I'm guessing her name is Jamocha. And she comes through with a nice verse. Night Rider is a really nice track. That beat goes hard, man. And it kind of reminds me of, if you drive in a car and you hear it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It kind of relates to the song on which you're driving. All right. The next one is called Rebel Slave. This is the remix. Y'all know the first one was on the Rebel Slave album. This remix is actually pretty good. I really like the vocals. They say the same vocals from the first one, but they switch it up a little bit. MC Breed is on here, and he comes through with a dope verse. This is probably one of my favorite tracks off of the album, to be honest. Probably one of my favorites. The next one, I'm gonna go to Shots of Fire. This is a really nice track. South Click them is talking about racial propaganda that people, mostly white folks, I say that. I ain't gonna say all white people, but it's on some real dope stuff, man. I actually like this song right here, Good Girl Gone Bad. Because at first, when I heard it, I didn't think I was going to like it. But the title speaks for itself. If you listen to the verses of South Click, they're talking about girls who started off good and then they wind up being bad, and they started going to strip clubs, started wilding out once they got older. You got to hear it to see what I'm talking about. It's awesome. It's a dope track, but it's actually kind of deep, you know. Cackalack. This is one of them songs that I didn't like at first, but it started to grow on me after a while. It's kind of like a dance track a little bit, but like I said, if you keep hearing it, you'll start liking it. They come through with some dope verses. The beat is really nice, and they repping South Carolina a lot, man. I'm gonna ask a question at the end of this video. Donnie Damien. This is a really banger. This is a great banger for all the lyric heads out there. And I guess this features the guy, Donnie Damien. And he comes through with some dope verses. I mean, they're on some lyrical stuff on this track here. Nice bumping beat with some dope lyrics. The next one is called South. I really dig this song, man. And this features the chick Killer Kim on there. The verse is really nice from them. The hook, I love that hook. I remember one time I played it and I was like, I don't know what kind of song this is. And then after a while I start singing the hook. Like, that's how really nice it is, man. You have to hear it to appreciate it. It's really laid back. Then Good Cop, Bad Cop. This is a really tight track right here, man. This is probably one of my favorites from South Click, period. They pretty much rapping about how good cop portrays themselves and bad cops portray themselves. It's a really dope content. I like it, man. And the beat is really nice as well. That's all I'm gonna go through. That's all the songs that I'm gonna review for this album. And I'm gonna be honest, man, it took me a while to give it a really fair rating, because I listened to it at least 3 times. So I wanted to make sure I reviewed it really nice. So to rate this out of a 10, I will give this an 8.5 to a 9. Sadly, South Click don't make any more music, you know what I mean? I guess they just stopped with it. And it's a shame, you know. A lot of the guys who have great potential, I guess they just gave up on it. But I wanted to ask this question. South Click, I believe they're from Alabama, right? But they rep South Carolina a lot. So I don't know if they was making music in South Carolina or they had a record deal in that state. Because I cannot remember, I don't, you know, from a group that's from Alabama, they do rep South Carolina. And there's certain parts too of it that I didn't even know about. So it's a quick question. Were they making music in South Carolina, or were they, you know, hopping from state to state making tracks? I just trying to get an understanding. So anyway, with that being said, this is a really nice album. Y'all should pick it up or peep it out if you haven't heard it already. I might upload a couple of songs on here to let y'all know what I'm talking about. With all that being said, shout out to South Click. That's a wrap. All right, much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right, peace out, guys.